Police Constable Harrison's pass. And he was met by a Wakefield committee who have got the ball at the same time. 10 minutes left for play in the first half. Wakefield still leading, 7 points to 5. And I think the referee gave that because it called to the players to play the ball. And they didn't. The crowd were a bit mystified why he let play go on. Why didn't let play go on, rather. And that's the slow hand clap, which is not at all good. Cowan, and I thought Cowan was going for the short kick, but he didn't. Whiteley, Sutton, Frankie Broders, inside to Tommy Harris. He's one to beat. I'm sure he isn't fast enough, but he's still moving the ball. Well, now then, this is Hull's big moment. Can they do anything? Johnny Whiteley going through on his own, kicking past Round. But Round's taken it, and we've got a Hull player flat out on the ground too. But play doesn't stop for injured men. Well, there's the boy, and he's not resting, I can assure you. Well, he's getting up. He's got a bit of the Wembley breeze into him. They won't stop down very long. Well, he's down again. He got up and flopped again. It's Tommy Harris, actually. But he's only a short fellow. He hasn't very far to fall. Neil Fox, Don Vines. Tough little lad, this Harris from Newbridge. He's down again. He's up and down like a yo-yo. Jack Wilkinson, Alan Skeen, Fred Smith. Derek Turner trying to make play for the Wakefield defence positions. Jack Wilkinson, he'll have a bash. And Jack's hurt himself in the tackle, I think. No, he has, but not bad enough to stop off. Don Vines. Boot tackle. Chamberlain. Inside to Rollin again. Now then, it's a chase. He's looking for support to Fred Smith. And Fred Smith's the boy that can run, but he's going the wrong way to run. He's got back out to Alan Skeen. Alan Skeen in the middle. And he's lost the ball. Well, at least we get a free variety of player moving backwards and forwards. Now, where's Tommy Harris? Well, he's up, and the referee is calling on the sponge man to have a word and a little bit of water down Tommy Harris's neck. And there he goes, right down his neck. It's amazing how they cure of injuries and things like that, but they seem to do it. Tommy Harris, ex-Newbridge, international 40 times, a very, very good hooker. Tourist World Cup player. And that will bring him round. We hope. They really have very serious injuries at Wembley, and let's hope this isn't going to be one. He's going off, is Tommy. Well, he's I don't think he'll be off very long. He's a pretty tough boy, this, and a jolly good footballer too. Well, Hull, a man short, but they get a penalty for feet up with the hooker. Johnny Whiteley to take the kick, and it's not long enough. In fact, it's very short. John Eddy takes it for Wakefield. John Eddy, first one he's had of the match. Veteran of the Wakefield back division. Alan, can Wakefield force home with Hull a man short? Derek Turner into the clear to Alan Skeen. Alan Skeen, oh, Alan has passed to an opponent. Smith went in to take the inside pass, but the Hull man got there first. And the referee, oh wow, now. Referee Clare saw this one out. And Don Vines, number 10, he's having a word with. And Tommy Harris is back on the field. And the crowd, and he's telling him he'll go for an early bath if he doesn't give it up. And it's Tommy Harris is back, incidentally. So it's 13 all, but the score is 7 points to Wakefield, 5 points to Hull. And we make it about 4.5 minutes left for play. After the early scoring start, they seem to have got the measure of each other. And Hull have certainly done extremely well with their injured forces to get a team that's still holding Wakefield, who started very, very much as favourites. And this is going to be a painful scrum for Tommy Harris, the first time down. Hull in the black shorts. Long one, Vines. Notice how the players move up as the passing goes on to stop the passes getting effective. Fox, kick for Etty. And Halafi, he's still going. And Scott is still going. Well, Hull are giving their fans something to think about and cheer about. They're only 2 points behind, too. They're in possession. Just 2 minutes left for play before half-time. Only 2 points in it. Sam Evans. And it's a penalty for pulling the ball out of his hand. Penalty to Hull. He's passed the ball to his Wakefield colleague so that they can get into position first. I suppose one would call that gamesmanship. I don't know. Whoa, what a bad kick. These are the moments where Hull missed their fullback Peter Bates, and was their star kicker, both at goal and penalty kicks to touch, and he would thump the ball down the field. There's nobody to do that today, to thump the ball down the field. That's why they're playing the close passing game. It's a long one to Halafihi. Still loose, and you may rightly think there's a lot of knocking on there, but advantage. Extra man. Scott, long one, Tommy Harris, inside back to skipper Whiteley. Harris again, well job of moving the ball about. Cowan, Halafi, Cowan again, taking his own pass there. But the referee giving it rightly, so giving a knock on. Well, this should be possibly one of the last scrums in the match, although there is a little bit of the first extra time possible for injuries in this first half. I just saw the referee look at the touch judge for indication of what he thought about the time. We make it 1 minute. And it's a penalty for pulling out of the scrum. That is pulling the ball out of the scrum. Well, now then, can we saw that? No, very helping hand from his opponent. Now then, what Whiteley, if he knows the time, he's not getting any signal from his touch bench colleague, so he's kicking for touch. Now, if Hull could get the ball from this scrum, and if their backs could open up like Cowan did before, they could go in front. A lot of ifs and buts about it, but that's possible because there's only 2 points difference between the teams. 7-5 for Wakefield, and it's a penalty. And the referee is talking to Keith Holliday for putting the ball in his own feet. For his own players' feet, at any rate. Now then, what will Hull do? They're missing goal kickers. Who are they bringing in for this one? Johnny Whiteley still sticking to Sam Evans, and who knows, it could be level at half-time. It's not well, you can see the distance, the 25-yard line, and the 26 yards, 10 yards in. And this is really trying his Sam Evans now. He's been just putting them down before, he's bending now. He's even making a big hole for it too. It's a good job he's not an Australian, must be asking him if he was going home or something. Evans, a man who broke his leg, playing for Wakefield against Hull. Now kicking a goal against Wakefield for Hull. Or is he? No goal. And I thought the half-time whistle had gone, but he didn't. And it's a scrum down, a drop out under the post, surely. Must be a drop out under the post, yes, that's right. Hull players are going for a scrum. I don't know why. We're on injury time, and it's a drop out by Neil Fox. Alafihi takes it. The last chance before the half-time whistle. Or it isn't even the last chance, because it is the half-time whistle. And at the end of the first 40 minutes, Wakefield have scored some points. 1 try and 2 goals. And Hull have scored 5 points, 1 try, 1 goal. And Wakefield are starting like they did in the first half, and then they slowed up. Well, let's see if both teams can keep the pressure up. And Skeen to Smith. Smith can run, but is well tackled and into touch. This half, of course, Hull in the dark shorts on our left, and trailing at this moment, but only by 2 points. There's an air of deliberate aggressiveness at this moment by both teams. I can see that obviously realizing that the next score is going to be an important one, and they both want it. And it could be a deciding factor too. Finn and Harris. And Harris running like he did in the first half. He's looking for support. He's got to try to beat him on his own. He's still got a pass into Johnny Whiteley. Well, Harris just had to go for the full-back. Nobody to pass to. Evans. Sam Evans trying to get out of the tackle, kicking and a chase for the line, and it's a good soccer goal, but it won't count in this match. Well, that's a pretty good start for this second half. It augurs well for what these two teams can do, and scoring a try or a goal to begin with is going to be important. It's going to be a long one. Neil Fox, crafty Fox, knows where to put it when the defence is just slacking. Fox well tackled Gordon Harrison, or PC 222, with the police constable in the Hull force. Stan Cowan through his legs. Nana Alafihi. And the Tongan lad keeps having a go. Whiteley. Johnson. At least the play's moving backwards and forwards, and it's Hull prepared to let the ball go about. At least Evans, I don't think, will. Hey, he's playing a pretty good game, is Sam Evans, for a forward who's not a recognised first teamer. Whiteley. Broadhurst. Whiteley. Alafihi. Both teams lining out to move the ball where possible. Mike Smith, the newcomer to rugby league football, and smiling the way they played the ball then. Sutton to Harris, and there must be a knock-on. That have to come back, Neil. The referee's whistle is gone. There's still a mighty lot of football in both teams, but particularly in the Wakefield backs. And Fox and Skeen, both great centres, which says a lot for the whole defence, the way that they're keeping them quiet. Chamberlain, Skeen, Rollin. Oh, nice dummy. Nice dummy. Some points to 5 for Wakefield, and second half just underway, and Wakefield in an attacking position. If Tommy Harris can get his head in. Good ball. No, yes. Watch referee play. You know that it's the other side who has possession, to the side he goes on. Whiteley. Oh, it's an interception by Smith. Well, I can see all the defence out of position there. That's what I got a little bit excited about. I thought there was going to be a try. Vines. Short one. A long one to Skeen. Inside went to Neil Fox. Neil Fox is strong enough to score in the corner. And he scored in the corner. 5 minutes gone in the second half. Wakefield going into a lead of 5 points, 10 points to 5 at this moment. Can he convert his own try? Well, we shall soon see. It's a terrifically long shot, but this boy is capable of kicking them. A miner by profession and a very, very good natural footballer. Great Britain star. He'll be starring in the World Cup next year, I'm quite sure, for Great Britain. Well, you can see the position. You can just see the goalpost. You can see the touch line. And you can see the angle. In fact, if he kicks the goal, it'll be really a Fox day so far. He'll score all points but a try. Let's watch it. And what a good shot, but it's wide. And so it's Wakefield at 10 points, Hull 5 points. Well, this was the pattern of the game in the first half. If you remember, if you were with us, Wakefield started off very well with Fox goal and Rollin try, but Hull quickly fought back. So the pattern is as they did in the first half. Let's see whether now Hull can fight back. Harris, Smith, and Vines has taken the ball from him. Perth. And the referee given a knock-on and a scrum down. The mainstay of the Hull side at the moment appears to be Tommy Harris, both in the scrums and in the loose. He's played a magnificent game, and getting the ball from the scrums did a very important job on his own, let alone chase up the field. And he gets it again. And it's a long one. Cowan, Harrison, should have been, but he didn't get the pass. Broadhurst to Whiteley, and Whiteley a long one to Smith. Smith to his second row part to Sutton. Whiteley can't go through 3 of them like that. Scott to Harrison, and up he goes and down he goes. Police constable upended. And well, the tension's mounting a little bit now, and I can see that Wakefield are realising that Tommy Harris is the man. There he goes again. There goes Tommy Finn without the ball to Round. Still a lot of fight in Hull. Round to Fred Smith. And Fred Smith goes down very quietly. I don't blame him either. Long one to Skeen. Alan Skeen, the Springbok centre, is looking for support. He's got Neil Fox outside him. He's going on his own. What a wonderful try by Alan Skeen, and he dives over. Well, what a sensational try by this South African Springbok. There he is. No wonder Jack Wilson tussles his hair for him. Well, 9 minutes gone as Skeen gets the congratulations and gets his wind back for that 60-yard run, which shows what a wonderful back division these boys have. Neil Fox was chasing up in support to take the inside pass, and he just wasn't there in time, so Skeen went on his own, and it's up to Fox now to kick the goal. 15 points for Wakefield if he kicks it. 2 points, 13-5. And he's missed it. So it's still Wakefield 13 points, Hull 5 points. And I felt, as I did say, that the game was opening up into something. I could feel a tension in the two sides. Well, while the teams are waiting for the ball, the interesting part about this game is the fact that Tommy Harris, the hooker, and a special cheer for the photographer ball boy who's kicked the ball back into play. Tommy Harris, the Welshman, Newbridge, nearing the end of his career, probably his last Wembley final, can say, well, what a good game I had. And I think the wind seems to have become a little stronger, and it's for Wakefield, and there's the linesman's flag, which shows just where the wind is blowing and the strength of it. Holiday to put the ball in. He'll get his hand strapped if he's not careful there. Those big heavy parts. He's got the ball, but it's not a lot of use except to put in again. You have to go through it all again. He's got it. Rolling having a run through on his own. Out to Skeen. Smith. Anybody's... Who's it? Where's the referee? Well, it belongs to Hull, so Hull will be playing the ball. And Hull are still moving the ball about well, but it's stopped by Cowan. And it's got by John Eddy, advantage. Oops. I was going to say Oakes the hooker. They got hooks there, but Wakefield are quite willing to move the ball about, but so are Hull. And those people who thought that Hull had no chance at all must have been greatly surprised at their strength and their determination, will. They probably haven't got the ability that the Wakefield backs have got, but they're not afraid to throw the ball about. Still doing it, despite the fact they're losing this moment 30 points to 5 and they get a penalty. And when the referee kicks his leg in the air, that means the hooker or the front prop has got his feet up, and he shouldn't. And it's a kick for Whiteley. Well, it's in the crowd, but he's not made a lot of progress with it. And for the first time, and this afternoon, the sun goes down. Bit of cloud coming over, bit of wind getting up, and no, still not satisfactory. Hull in the dark shorts had fairly good ball possession. They get it again. Stan Cowan Whiteley, great captain. Sutton. Harris again, looking inside, back inside to Smith. Smith to Finn, Scott. Oh, the boys are certainly throwing the ball about. And the crowd didn't like that decision at all. It was knock on. It was quite correct, even though the referee knew that he had his back towards him, that he actually knocked it forward towards his own goal, towards his front goal post. And it's a penalty to Hull for packing with a loose arm. That sign indicates that the hooker is not packing with his arms over his prop. Whiteley, and he finds it very well indeed. Well, the whole part of the crowd still feel that their team's got a good fighting chance, and they have, of course. 13 points to 5, 2 tries and 2 goals, and they're immediately in front. And a lot of time to go to do it. And now, I thought I saw somebody going down in that scrum hurt, but sun's out and the forwards tussling with one another. Broadhurst. Hull in this attacking position. Whiteley. A long one to Johnson. Well, it was meant to be him, but the touchline got it instead. And I thought I saw somebody hobbling in that pack, and the Wakefield Masseur, Paddy Armour, is hovering around the touchline, ready to dash on. And here he comes to the double in a very elaborate white tracksuit. Usually wears a blue one. Well, there's Paddy Armour putting the magic sponge. And it's Alan Skeen, and it's 16 minutes gone in the second half. Score, Wakefield 13, Hull 5. Hull, Whiteley. A try here to Hull could really open the game into a determined tussle again, and the whole crowd sensing that and cheering like mad. Wakefield attacking just as hard as Hull are attacking. Some of them will push it way over if he can. He'll make sure he doesn't lose the ball. Harris, and now a kick to Halafidi. Well, this is Hull putting on the pressure and doing it magnificently too. Whiteley, well passed on to Cowan. Cowan chasing in the middle. Cowan went 5 yards out. What a terrific run, and what a great attack by Hull now. Wakefield are worried. And a wonder, overlap. Smith trying to go on his own, 2 yards short. Should have given it to Johnson. But it's still Johnson. He got it. This is Hull's big moment. If they can get a try here, they've got the overlap to move the ball around. Oh, and it's interception, and it's a knock-on. And it's saved by the saviour on many occasions, Neil Fox. I'm sure Hull fans feel that they ought to have had something out of that great rally. Ball possession vital. And the Hull crowd is singing their popular song, Old and Faithful, and their players have certainly been very faithful to them today. Long one, Neil Fox, trying to get out of a tackle, and he's throwing one over his shoulder, but Harrison, the policeman, rightly arrested him before he chanced to go through. Wilkinson. Woof.